Hi guys, welcome to Freaking Jeep. My name's John. I'm on the other side of the camera this time. I'm going to this is an update on this tree. I got to get that done. And we'll work all the way down here and work all the way down here. I'll bring you along for some of this, but I'm going to pick this up off the ground. I can raise this tree now with the machine, so that's helpful. I did cut those up. I got to come in there and lift this up so it's off the ground. I don't want to dig too much dirt. I broke that piece off. That limb there was over this way, but that was in the way, so I'll probably prick that up. And one thing I was going to show Bill, this tree is cracked everywhere. That's cracked, this is cracked, that's cracked over there. The big crack, the big crack is the one, I don't know if you can see it, it starts down there and comes all the way up to the Y. So that's kind of what I'm working on, try to get it down to somewhere in this position. And then I got to change that dirty diaper. That's the poison ivy. So I'm gonna have to pull that off. But once I get this around, I think I'll go over on the other side of the tree with the machine and see if I can't booger it up with those forks. So that's what's going on. I'll bring you back when I get this piece up and out of the way so I saw it up. Still using the little baby saw. That's what I sawed these up with. I can't get any further on that because you can see that's holding it down in the ground. But I can, like I said, pick this whole unit up now. So, all right, we'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Well, I told you guys this is crazy. I was splitting at this end and it was split. Then it got solid, got solid, got solid. And then split again. So you can watch a couple minutes of sawing. I saw that move or not, but it just moved. I'm going to go ahead and rehang it. I'll bring you back when I try. It is a pre-split wood. Anyhow, we'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Well, if all goes as planned, I'm going to zip down this log. Hopefully it will. stuff cuts weird, cuts hard. I took some leaves over to the house to try to figure out what kind of oak it was. I'll show you guys some of the oak leaves, and they're all different kind of oak leaves. I found 4 different kind of oak leaves. I think this is a Heinz 57 tree. Here's one kind of leaf that was in there. Maybe that's just the same leaf and it's not mature. But this is kind of a, this seems to be the prevalent leaf. So I'm going to go in there and try to figure it out. If you guys want to do some homework, drop a line, try to figure out what that leaf is. But this leaf here, once again, maybe it's just the same leaf. Oh, I pulled it off too much. Anyway, I gotta get that mess cleaned up. Thought I was gonna have a helper today, but you just never know over here. But I found some different kind of leaves in here. See, those are rounded oak leaves. But once again, they might be the same leaf as immature. This one here's got points on it. I think the points is the kind of oak it is. Anyhow, we'll take a break. I want to go get a different bucket, I think, for putting stuff in. This is good for the small stuff, but you start getting into the big stuff, I like it in that green bucket. So I think I might go get the green bucket and start stacking these things up. Anyhow, we'll bring you back in a little bit as progress gets a little further. Hi guys. Pretty warm out here. Well, I went to pick this piece up and it just peeled right off of that down there, so that wasn't too much of a problem. I got this all cut up. You can't really see how far these things went into the ground, but they went into the ground deep. I mean, serious deep. This one over here, that went in the ground over 2 foot. I think that was in this location here. So I'm going to start gnawing this up. The battery's starting to go low and got to go get a new battery and got to get some juice for me. So I'll show you. You can see this was probably in the ground about here, then this is where it was laying down. So I'm going to knock out a chainsaw blade real quick. Probably shouldn't do that, should I? And never accused of being smart. I'll knock off those little limbs first. So we'll put you there and whittle away at it for a little bit and go get a drink. And another different loader bucket. Woo. You guys tell Dan at Back 40 I got something for him. He'd probably like that. I gotta save that one for him. Oh, somebody wanted me to tell stories, but I can't tell stories while I'm chainsawing. I do have a story. It was about that thing there. Probably told before. Yeah, look at all the mud. Man, I hate to do this. guess you weren't in the picture there, or I wasn't in the picture for that last saw. I just saw some of the other end off. Woo! See if you're on. Somebody else is in a chainsaw. Echoing. Yeah, you might have seen it. Anyhow, I gotta re-grab that and go at it again. Be back in a bit. Gonna start with a little one, then move to the big one. Got it marked off. Not. Oh, let me see if the big one will start. The medium one just ain't twirling right. Just ain't twirling quite right. So let's see if this beast will start. And I know TKP Patriot, he says if you gotta press that in and step on it, you ain't a woodsman. Guess I ain't a woodsman. I'm an old man. Even still, this thing will bite me pretty good. Huh. It usually starts. Maybe I put it on the wrong thing. Let it warm up for about a second. I'm not too much in letting things warm up. And I don't know at what point that log is going to want to roll. I think that's warmed up enough, don't you think? I gotta put the short leg over here, maybe it'll be a little more equal. Nah, you're still crooked. Oh well, you're with me. You know it's gonna be crooked. Or something goofy. Well, that's warmed up enough. Let's see what we can do about gnawing on that. too bad. Hope you're still there. Hope you saw it. Whew. There's so much sweating down my eyes and it's salty. I gotta stop every few minutes to mop up. Oh, I finally got the battery light flashing at me. So I'll be back a little later. I'm gonna take a break. And hope you guys like it. Hit the like button, subscribe button. We're getting down the way on that. So we'll see you. Bye-bye.